Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Boy Crisis by Dr. Warren Farrell on the Peterson Academy. So I recently did reviews for Symbolism in Christianity and Intro to Nietzsche. You guys can go check those out if you haven't already. And I will be doing reviews for every single course on the Peterson Academy. There's not a single one I don't plan on taking, so expect reviews for those when I fully finish the courses. This one, The Boy Crisis, I completed it in one day. It's only 6 hours. It's a 6-lecture course, so it's fairly short. But I completed it in one day because it was incredibly, incredibly engaging, and it's probably the most important course I've taken on the Peterson Academy and the most important series of lectures I've ever taken in my life. So I'm going to go into reasons for that a little bit later. I'm going to go over the synopsis first that's on the Peterson Academy because, again, it's pretty well worded and it gives you a general overview of what the course is like. So in The Boy Crisis, a 6-hour course, Dr. Warren Farrell explores the boy crisis, a phenomenon in developed nations where boys face challenges in various aspects of life. He presents evidence of the crisis and identifies 5 main causes: the absence of father involvement, misguided beliefs about male power and privilege, a lack of purpose, fear of psychological attachment, and a repulsion for male vulnerability. Dr. Farrell discusses the impact of these factors on boys' development, education, and future prospects, emphasizing the need for a more balanced approach to parenting and gender issues. So this course is based off of a 2018 book written by Dr. Warren Farrell by the same name, The Boy Crisis. And yeah, this touches on a lot of stuff that I've been through in my own life. So personally, I had a deep connection to this course. I turned 24 just a couple months ago, so I'm a 2000s baby, and I've unfortunately lived through this boy crisis, and I've watched my friends go through it as well. Now, I was lucky enough to have a father up until I was 17. After that, I kind of split from him, and I haven't talked to him too much since. Watching this course kind of changes my thoughts on that. Maybe I should go and, as Dr. Jordan Peterson would say, save my father from the belly of the whale. But this course illuminated why, my father kind of became the way he was. And, I remember a lot of Christmases and birthday parties where he wasn't around. He thought that the family would benefit more from his dime than his time. And that's something that Dr. Warren Farrell goes over quite a bit in this course, is how to balance that. And that's something that I want to balance for my own children. It's something that I'm thinking about quite a bit. I don't have a family yet, but one day I want to have a family, and I want to make sure that I'm not, becoming a workaholic and overworking myself and spending so much time away from my kids that I don't get to watch them grow up. I also want to make sure that I make enough money for my children, so hopefully this channel blows up one day and I can do this full time. That would be amazing. But yeah, this course got me thinking a lot about, personal issues that I've gone through and personal issues that I've seen my friends go through, and it helped clarify a lot of things for me. One thing that he talks about in one of the lectures is how men can't complain, and that's something that really resonated with me. That's something that I felt my entire life. When men complain to women, women often view men as less masculine, less of a protector. They often see it as whining. It's never really a positive feedback when a male is complaining to a woman. And when a male complains to another male, it's received with kind of the same respect. A man doesn't want to hear another man complain for any longer than 3 minutes. After that, he's kind of like, shut up, let's talk about sports or something. Like, stop rambling to me. So I've never felt in my life like I've ever had a person, male or female, where I could actually like talk to them for like an hour or two about issues that that are going on in my life. But it seems like a lot of women do have that in their life, and just detailing stuff like that out and talking about it and working through the issues and talking about solutions to them is something that is lacking for a lot of men. And because of the reason that I just said, you can't exactly talk about it. It's almost societally expected to be repressed if you have any insecurities or vulnerability as a man. So it's amazing. Like, Dr. Warren Farrell is one of the kindest, sweetest souls I've ever come across. He's one of the nicest professors. He's very honest, and the way he walks through these issues, man, like I'm very, very happy that this exists. I'm so happy that people are talking about this and that this message is getting out there, because yes, we do need to discuss women's issues for sure. That needs to be addressed, but there's an imbalance really between talking about male issues and female issues, and that's what Dr. Warren Farrell goes over. It makes a case for. And I don't know if I want to get too much into what's in the courses. I'll go over the titles for the courses, and then I'll talk a little bit about the quizzes, but I don't want to spoil anything else. Like, this course, I think if there's one course to make free maybe after a year, maybe after 2 years for the Peterson Academy, it would be this course. Like this course is, it's a great example of what the Peterson Academy is like. It's only 6 lectures, so it's one of the shorter ones, and you get a feel for what the courses are actually like. But it's also probably going to be the most important course on the entire academy. I think especially for young men. If you're a young man or just a man in general watching this video, I think you need to take this course. Like, need to take it. I would almost go as far to say that this course is worth the $500 alone. Now, I know that that's a pretty freaking bold statement to say that a 6-hour lecture series is worth $500, but to me, this thing was priceless, like absolutely priceless for how it impacted me and how it's probably going to affect my emotional development. You know, I'm making this video a little bit early. I haven't actually like fully digested and integrated everything that I learned. And like I said, I did it all in one day. So, but yeah, I think that this is an incredibly important lecture series. So the first one's called Causes and Consequences. The second one's Parenting and Gender Issues. Then we have The Purpose Void, Unmasking Vulnerability, Solutions, and Courageous Love. Now, the last lecture is like half lecture, and then the other half is him kind of giving you some further resources and just giving some encouraging words to young boys out there. For the quizzes, I did pretty good. The first 3 I got 100% on. The last 3 I got 90% on. I don't know why I was missing questions there, but I feel like I could have gotten 100% on every single quiz. The quizzes were fairly easy, but I don't think that's because the quizzes were like easy in and of themselves. I think I was just paying much more attention to this lecture series. I was very engaged. During Intro to Nietzsche, you know, there's times where I had to whip my mind back to focusing on what Jordan Peterson was saying. Not in this lecture series. In this lecture series, like I said, I took it all in one day. So from the first lecture, I was hooked, and I really didn't want to look away from my screen. I found every single moment of Warren Farrell talking to be gripping, and for me, I was finding so much there. There was so much gold and so much for me to learn in this course, and yeah, it is so powerful, man. Like if I start talking about how personally this course affected me and what specifically in the course resonated with me, I'll probably get emotional talking about it. Not that I was crying throughout the lecture series. I did tear up during Jordan Peterson's reading of Crime and Punishment in his second Intro to Nietzsche lecture. But during this series, I really just had a sunken heart. I was just, it was not in a bad way, in a good way. It was, I'm so glad somebody's actually talking about these issues. So, like I said, I think every single man should take this course. I think it's incredibly important. I don't know how else I could sell it without spoiling it. You should definitely read his book as well. I'm super interested in that. I'm probably going to go find that next week and read The Boy Crisis, and maybe I'll read some other books from him because he seems to be a very, very knowledgeable and very honest professor. That's usually what hooks me to professors, is whether or not they're honest, and I feel a true sense of honesty from Dr. Warren Farrell. So I appreciate this lecture series very, very much. Like I said, the most important one I've taken so far in my entire life, and yeah, I'm just so happy it exists. So those are my thoughts. I know in my thumbnail I have, is it worth it? Definitely. I don't think that there's a single lecture series on the internet I would say is more worth taking than this one personally, but it also depends on how you define that. But yeah, those are my thoughts on The Boy Crisis. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about specifics of the course, things that are taught inside in the course, you guys can let me know down in the comments and I'll try to address those. Again, I just don't want to spoil anything. I really, really want you guys to go take this course. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subs. We're almost there. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, it means the world to me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.